Hi, I'm Rebecca J. Venton. Welcome to my Knit and Crochet channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a bracelet. It's either with yarn, and I'll be showing you with two colors, that way it'll be a little easier to follow, or this bracelet I made with natural polished hemp that you can get at any craft store. You're going to need a yarn needle, dull point, a little thick. The hemp one, because it is thicker, I used for the closures, pony beads, but it's the bigger one. Make sure that your needle can get through it. Alright, and then for the yarn one, because it's thinner, I ended up using mini pony beads. And once again, make sure that your needle can go through whatever bead you want to use. I ended up using 3 beads for the closure and a bead on each end, so 5 total. You can use 1 if you want instead of 3, or more if you want. That's totally up to you. Alright, and then of course measuring tape. The cloth ones are better because then you can really measure around your wrist. And for me, when I measured, I ended up with 6 inches. Alright, and then an H crochet hook and a pair of scissors. Alright, let me get all this out of the way. Put those there so you can see what's going on, what it ends up looking like. Alright, so I'm going to be making a crocheted cord. It's real simple. For the yarn itself, you're going to need 2 strands. And I'll say the length of it should be, if you were to hold your arms out that way, as far as you can on either end, that's the distance I want the yarn to be. So was it like 4 feet, 5 feet, whatever it is. All right, that way you'll know if you'll have enough. All right, so for the tail part, I want it a lot longer than this, because the knots itself, this little bit, and then the knots itself actually do take up a lot of room. So give yourself some space. Make a slip knot. Now insert your hook. Now to start it. Now you're always going to keep 1 strand above and 1 strand below. Now to show you how I'm going to do it, I'm using 2 colors. It'll make it easier for you to follow. Alright, first get your tension on the top. I like to put between my pinky and my ring, and between my pointer and my middle. That helps with the tension. And then the bottom one, you just grab onto. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is take your hook, go in the middle behind the bottom, and then go back in the middle behind the top. Now bring the top through all 3 on the hook. And you're just going to repeat that over again and over again. Okay, so go the hook through the middle, behind the bottom, in the middle, behind the top. Now there's 2 on the hook, because the first one was the slip knot. Okay, now let's do it again. Behind the bottom, behind the top. Top goes through both. Alright, and you're just going to repeat that, and I'll just keep on doing it nice and slow so you can see how that's done. And you're going to be doing that for whatever measurement your wrist is, or for the person that you want the wrist to be. All right. Now I'm going to speed up just so I can do it. It really doesn't take that long. All right. Almost there. Let's get my measuring tape. All right, so when you measure, what I want you to do, because this is yarn and it is stretchy, I want you to give it a pull and then put it down, because it will stretch out on your wrist. There, it's 5 inches. And over time, you don't want it to get too loose. Okay, so remember to put the right top above and the right one on the bottom behind when you do something like this. Okay? And when you check it, you'll know that the top one will be whatever this loop is. In case you forget, you can pull when you're checking your measurement. Make a tug. And that way you'll, there you go, 6 inches. Okay, and that way you'll know that you have it in the right top and bottom. All right, now to close it off, you just go around both and pull through. Now, just like at the beginning of the tail, the end tail, I want you to give it some extra room too. Okay, now just pull it through. Okay, now this is what it's going to end up looking like. Now I like to trim it so it's even. That makes it a little bit easier with the needle. All right, so I'm going to put, I like 3 mini beads. You can do 1, doesn't matter. Whatever you got. Push it through. All right. Now, for the other end, I want the tails facing the opposite way. So you're going to cross it over. Okay? You're going to do the same thing with this side. You're going to make sure it's even, which it is, and then thread it. And you're going to come back this way, that way, so the tails are opposite. Now this one might be a little bit more tricky because it is going through some bulk here. So you might want to just pull one at a time through after it's already on the needle. There, I got that one. Make sure. Let's see. Yeah. Just like that. Don't give up. You'll get it. Okay. Let's grab some ends so we don't lose anything. Okay. Come on. There we go. And now, let's pull. Okay, so pull. All right, hope you have a little easier time than I did. That's why you really got to check with the... And if you're young and you need your parents to help you with the needle part, feel free to ask for help. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, before you get started on adding the little beads onto the end, the best thing to do is to make your little knots. Decide how far you want your tails to be. I like it like that. So just do an overhand knot and tighten it. Doesn't have to be too tight, just enough. And then judge, okay, right there. And do the same thing. All right. All right, now I like to trim it like I said, makes it easier. Okay, and then slide the bead to the knot, and then do your last knot over it, and then trim. Not too close because you don't want the knot to come undone. All right, do it to the side too. Trim a little bit. Add your bead. Do your knot. Now if your knot ends up like up here and you want it down there, the easiest thing to do is to slide that in and slide it down. All right, does help. Okay. And don't tighten the knot until you know it's where you want it, because then you can easily just unknot it and keep on doing it again until you get it right. All right? And that is how you make a bracelet with the crochet cord. And to put it on, grab it with your middle finger onto your palm, grab the other one and pull. And there you go. All right, and you can also do it for an ankle bracelet, but just measure your ankle and of course it'll be bigger. All right, enjoy. See you next time.